So in today's project, we're going to try to get this mower running. I don't have high hopes for it. I kind of already tore some of it apart and then realized I wasn't recording. So the story is, a older lady had it and she mowed with it for a whole season, no issues. Went to get back on it and mow for the next season or whatever, and it wouldn't start. So I was like, okay, bought it fairly cheap, got it here, and when I was over there, I kind of spun that by hand. I was like, it spins over whatever, it's not locked up. So I came here and hooked the battery up to it, and it was locked up. The motor was. So it ended up being hydro locked. I pulled the plug, and as you see, all that came out of the cylinder head. It had that much oil in it, probably an extra quart. So I ended up getting most of the oil out of the motor. The starter ended up burning up, which I already took it off. A new one just got here. So I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to turn it over without the spark plug in and with the air filter and all that off of it, and see if any more comes out. But I don't have high hopes for this motor after seeing it had that much oil in it. I'm kind of leaning towards something's probably a little bent, a little warped in the motor at this point, but hopefully not. We'll see. Alright, I didn't see any more oil come out. So this was the spark plug that came out of it. I'm not going to use it again. I think I have another one. Yeah. So this is a LG spark plug. It's for refrigerators. So I'm just going to use it because I have it laying around. And if you didn't know, refrigerators and lawnmowers are the same thing. So if you look, the plug matches up the exact same. So if you didn't know that, you can use a refrigerator spark plug on a lawnmower. So like I said, this thing hydro locked because it had 48 quarts of oil in it. So I'm starting to wonder if it's, this motor probably has like a flywheel key. It could have sheared it maybe. A valve could be stuck open or bent. I mean, it's really hard to tell. I'm gonna take this cover off and see if I can. Easy. So the key's still there and looks to be in okay shape, at least, so it's not sheared off or anything. So maybe it's valves or something, you know. Poor thing. That one broke. Hey, maybe not. Whoa! Found the issue. With the push rod. Actually, the push rod doesn't look bent. Holy moly. That'll do it. So that one broke too? Oh, that one feels fine. Surprisingly, the little push rod, it's not bent, to my eye anyway. I mean, it could be slightly, but I'm not really. Not really too worried about that. I guess, I mean, what happened is it just, you know, it being hydrolocked with oil, the piston tried to compress liquid and something just had to give, you know. I mean, I figured that the push rod would have probably bent or something, but it looks fine. So I guess the rocker was the weakest link. I mean, it cracked all the way in half just about. So I'm gonna see if I can find a rocker. I mean, should be able to. If not, I'm sure there's a parts motor or something that's got the same rockers that I could probably just steal. see if it starts. I'll just throw it back together for now. I can fix that another time. Yeah, as soon as I ended the video, a little bit of grass caught on fire. Be alright though. It did back up to here though, so I have not engaged the blades yet. I'm assuming they work. The belt's on there. Everything looks fine with it, so let me get that bolt out and reseal that little valve cover. I'd probably buy an ignition switch for it, honestly. She lost the key to it and used a screwdriver, so battery pump up the tires. Might turn out to be a good little motor. Maybe not. Who knows? It'll be alright though. Nice. Now check this out. I've got chainsaws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, hedge trimmers. I got every bit of this for probably, I think, 120 bucks, somewhere in there. Don't run. I think one of the Husqvarna weed eaters run, but needs something. I think this Husqvarna runs, needs new gas lines. This still needs a carb clean and a new primer bulb. Simple stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the Poland chainsaws aren't worth much, but they're nice to have, honestly. So, I mean, that's an older Poland chainsaw. This is pretty old. This thing's pretty old. But honestly, I'm probably gonna keep this thing. Honestly, it's, you know, a smaller chainsaw like that is pretty handy to have. So I'll probably keep that. You know, some other things, if I get them running, I'll probably sell those, but you know, this weed eater here is like pretty much brand new. The dude bought it and then went to use it a year later and said it wouldn't start, and he just bought another one. This Poland chainsaw, I don't know what's wrong with it. He doesn't know either. Same with the leaf blower, he said it just won't start. Just a couple projects here. I'm gonna finish this lawnmower up. It's been weeks since I've messed with it. I've got a new ignition switch, a seat cover that's probably not gonna work, and get this thing out and clean up the garage a little bit, because I've got stuff scattered everywhere. Yeah, it's just a mess. So I polished the front of this hood. It brought back the original color, kinda. So I'm probably just gonna quickly go over the rest of this. New gas, and new cover, all that, put it back together, and get this thing out of here because it's been sitting here too long. So here's the new ignition switch, pretty cheap on Amazon. Plugs in back there. See if this thing even starts. Been sitting for weeks. There we go. That's fixed. You know, honestly, it's a little big, yeah, but not bad. Better than spending $150, whatever it is, for a freaking new seat. You can get this on Amazon for like 15 bucks. Nice.